All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set up, 90, Wolf.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Recon, 152 fighter. Get it.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check three, check three, check three.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with Taylor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got to do better. Come on,
Brissett to throw on 1st. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Let's go. 5.
They run with Taylor. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Orbit. 52.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Don't be scared of it. Check.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Topper. Check up.
Now Leonard Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Hey, dude. 61. Max box. Right. Get it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, Brissett. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Let's go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off play action, it's Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Brissett sets to throw it. And the catch made by Hilton. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. I got one.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got one.
Now,
Fournette running out of the gun. Fournette, first down, still going. Whoa, shifty. Whoa. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 34 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
There we go. Nice move.
It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First down, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Brissett now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Minshew. Sharks got it, left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Down. 60 or more.
55. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, buddy. We're going to work.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now a throw here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hines. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw is Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brissett. They'll get this into the hands of Deon Cain. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brissett now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Fournette works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 29-yard line.
We go set 70 Indy.
From the 29, Minshew. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Come on, set 94. X3, 218, chop. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Yeah. You don't want none.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
And 9 at the 27-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Go! Rock it! No! Hit it!
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Going for it all. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Play action now. Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. Now Brissett.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one hit.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Let it.
I'm here all day. Double
You draw Corker.
Hey, we are.
Be different.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Ready, set.
So don't say nothing.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Snap.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Brissett looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
General West.
You got tape.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
8-3.
Here's Minshew. He's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Fournette on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Danico Autry is in on the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold,